All right, we are live. Welcome to There's Layers to This, Season 2, Episode 5. We are very excited today. We are live on Twitter, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. Just so you know. Pick your poison. All right. Just kidding. It's not poison. This is good stuff. Okay, so today we are, let me get Tyler up here. All right. My co-host Tyler will be, Tyler, mic check. Are you there? How are you?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Tyler. I just sent you a co-host invite. See if you could accept that, if you will. And then we also have our special guest here today, Mr. SuperTightWoody, also known as just Woody.
Yeah.
Welcome.
What's going on? If you guys are not watching this, if you're just listening to this on Spaces, you can actually watch it on Twitter. We are live on video stream. I am drinking a LaCroix soda that is very tasty, also known as LaCroix, I believe. And we are going to party. So if you're not watching, then you're missing out on a whole new world. Oh, LaCroix. Chris Roberts, LaCroix.
Oh my gosh.
What he knows how to manipulate 7 plies of Canadian hard rock maple very well, LaCroix. Enjoys LaCroix as well. It's crisp. It's great. It's a wonderful beverage. Are they paying you?
No, they're not. It's just delicious. They're paying me in deliciousness.
This episode is not sponsored by LaCroix, however you say it. It's not sponsored by them. We just got to say that. I know we came in hard with that commercial, but no. If it's sponsored by anyone, it's Lorenzo out there with the noggles. All right. But yeah, let's start off with what we're drinking. I am having some fine water today. What are you having, Tyler? Oh my god! What are you're in?
Oh my god! You just missed it. Tyler just poured whatever he was drinking all over his face and chest. And I was hoping that he was drinking honey, so he dripped honey all over his face and chest, but I don't think it was honey. I think it was just water. But you missed it if you're not watching the live stream video.
Woo! That went from 0 to 100. Yes, Tyler's suit is now wet, and so is his beard. So if you're not watching the live stream, I'm not really sure what to tell you. Just you know, the audio I'm sure is really fun though. So all right, let's get started. John, authored by and Oren, thanks for being here. Shout out to any homies that roll through and listen to the recording as well. There's layers to this. It's Tuesday. Tuesdays are for toe. And that's why we have Woody, because as you can see, he's a toad. Well, on the live stream, he looks a little different, but here on Spaces, he's a toad, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so okay, we're
Tuesday morning.
I want to get into the headlines, but I don't know. I'm also like overcome with questions that I want to ask Woody. So can we just do the headlines like as fast as possible? First of all, Disney is in Web3 now? Like, what are your thoughts on this? You know anything about it?
Yeah, it's probably the biggest move that we've seen in the NFT space and the Web3 space, I would say, since the market kind of crashed. This is something that I don't think it's anything that's going to bring us out of this bull bear market thing that we're in, but it's huge because it's going to onboard so many different people, and they might not even know that they're using NFTs. It's going to be on Dapper is the partnership, and so that's on the Flow blockchain. And most of the time, you don't even know. You're just onboarding with your credit card, and you're buying digital collectibles. And I think it's gonna be a whole new world and a new fantastic point of view for a lot of people.
Okay. All right. If anyone's missing the Disney references, I mean, I don't know where you've been. A whole new world, man.
Might have to auto-tune it a little bit, but that's pretty much the key. The interesting thing is it's a very tangible thing. Something that Disney does really well is their pin thing. That they have pin. You can buy pins, you can exchange pins at Disneyland and Disney World. A couple of my friends were really into it, and them, essentially making that digital, making that on the blockchain is something that's just going to attract so many people. They have pin to you can buy pins, you can exchange pins at Disneyland and Disney World. Really great for a couple of my friends were really into it, and them. Essentially making
I couldn't
that
agree more. I mean, I got a few
is something
Disney
that's
pins in the past.
Attract so many people.
I don't know where they are now. It'd be nice to have at least a little
platform, and it's really great for onboarding.
Yeah.
Look at all those pins that Tyler has right there. Those are
Oh, Tyler's showing off, y'all. I mean, he's showing off. Oh, you should put that. You should put the lanyard on Lorenzo. Put it on his head. Wait, what is going on over there?
Look at all those pins that Tyler has right there. Those are all pins.
Oh, Tyler looks like he just got wrapped up in his curtain. He's showing off. Oh, you should put that. Okay, let's not do that. No, this is a family-friendly show. On his head. Wait, what is going on over there? Oh my gosh, Tyler. Oh, Tyler looks like what are your thoughts on this Disney thing? I know you have thoughts. Okay, did you already buy one? No, how are we buying these anyway? Because I think I saw something about Vivi. Is that a thing?
That is a thing. It's another chain. Oh, back it.
Tyler, what are your thoughts on this Disney thing? I know you have thoughts.
We're not going to go there. We'll just say it's
Did you
another
already
chain.
buy one? How are we buying these anyway? Because I think I saw something about
whole lot
Vivi.
of
Is
trust
that a thing?
Established. We need to be trustless.
Oh, anyway,
the whole Disney thing.
Never mind. We're not going to go there. We'll just say it's another chain. There's not, should we say, a whole lot of trust.
I call it capitulation day.
It's capitulation
day, exactly.
Anyways, the whole Disney thing.
Not a coincidence.
The timing is
a
little. I don't know. Should we say fishy? I call it capitulation day. It's capitulation day exactly 1 week after The Simpsons. Not a coincidence.
Steamboat Willie.
Hot.
Anyways, yeah, it's good news. I love it. Capitulation day.
With the old Mickey Mouse.
I will say the last thing I say is I found one more item to be actually more bullish.
Steamboat Willie.
Bullish.
Anyways,
Disney capitulation day.
Capitulation.
It is Flow, and
I will say the last thing I say
they do a great job. They're the OG Crypto Kitties, by the way. That team created Crypto Kitties. They broke Ethereum. And in doing so, they're like, not going to rely on this thing. Let's build our own thing. Outstanding.
It is
just
Flow.
don't buy with it. Anyways, what I do love is
there's the OG Crypto Kitties, by the way. That team
Michael Burry.
They broke Ethereum.
The Big Short, man.
Okay.
He closed out
not going
a
to rely on
massive
this
position.
thing.
He's
Let's
trying
build
to
our own
short
thing.
the United States
just
of
don't buy with it.
America.
Anyways, what I do love is Michael Burry.
Michael Burry. The Ben Ray Shorts.
He closed out a massive position. He was trying to short the United States of America. You don't do that, Michael. It's just green candles for no reason. The Fed raises rates. I think this thing's gonna fall off a cliff.
I'm so confused.
No, it's still up and to the right.
Hang on.
It's unexplainable.
Okay, can you explain it to me like I'm 5, Tyler?
Never wrong.
What happened
today?
I
don't know. He closed
There's a man named Michael Burry.
Bullish scenario.
He is an extraordinary stock trader. He was famous for buying these derivatives that
Okay,
never
can you
existed
explain it
in
to me, like, on the
2008.
five,
He
Tyler,
called the
what
housing
happened today?
crisis. If you remember,
There's a
in
man named
2008,
Michael
they called it the
Burry.
Great
He
Financial
is an
Crisis.
extraordinary
Michael
stock
Burry, among
trader.
others,
He was famous for
saw
buying
this and was like, "This is a
these
house of
derivatives
cards. It's
that
all
never
gonna
existed
fall."
in 2008. He
these
called the
financial
housing
products
crisis.
are just
If you remember, in
It was
2008, they
people
called the
running
Great
amok
Financial
buying
Crisis.
these homes when they couldn't
Michael
afford
Burry,
them.
among others,
And
saw
so he
this
started
and was
shorting
like,
and
"This is a
shorting
house of cards.
means
It's
you're
all
betting
gonna
against
fall.
that you're gonna say that the market's gonna go down. And
Financial products
when
are
that
just crap."
happened,
It was people running
this
amok
man made a
buying
lot of
these
money.
homes when
It
they
was
couldn't
portrayed
afford them.
through a wonderful film
So he
called The
started
Big Short.
shorting and
You got,
shorting means
Christian
you're betting
Bale
against that you're going to
portraying
say that the market's
said
going to
Michael
go down.
Burry.
When
And
that
so
happened,
anyways, earlier this year,
this man made
kind
a
of
lot
the
of money.
beginning of the
It
year,
was
Michael
portrayed
Burry said
through
this whole
a
thing
wonderful film called The Big Short.
the hell
It
in
got
It's
Christian
2008
Bale
all over again.
portraying
And
said
by
Michael
all
Burry.
measure, mathematics,
So
yes,
anyways, earlier
it should
this
be.
year,
Every
at
economist
kind of
would
the
agree.
beginning of the year,
But
Michael
with
Burry said
defying logic
this
right
whole
now in the
thing
markets,
is
for some reason,
it's
I
going to
think
hell in a
one's a lot of capital,
handbasket. It's
but
2008 all
maybe
over
it's
again.
AI, and we're just
And
becoming the most
by all
efficient
measure,
capital
mathematics,
machine
yes,
ever.
it should be. Every economist
Okay.
would agree.
Okay. I'm gonna go with
But
the second one.
defying logic
I'm gonna go
right
with the
now in
second one.
markets,
We will
for some
continue
reason,
in our
it was a
delulu
lot of capital,
all
but still,
together.
maybe it's AI, and,
And we'll just
becoming the most
see how that
efficient
goes.
capital
for-
machine
Well,
ever.
Mr. Burry said he was wrong.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with the
This isn't falling
second
off
one.
a cliff anytime
I'm gonna go with the
soon,
second one. We
hey,
will continue in our
bull
delulu
market. I might
all
call it a
together.
bear trap.
And
Bull trap?
we'll
Is
just
it a bull
see
trap?
how that goes.
Yes, yes, yes,
what
Michael
I'm not.
just-
I think it would be a bolt
Mr. Burry
trap.
said
I
he was
don't. I don't
wrong.
know.
It's
I don't
like,
know. What do you
This
think?
isn't falling off a cliff anytime soon. So, hey,
I think it's just a bunch
bear
of
market,
made
bull
up
market.
stuff.
I might call it a bear
Like, I
trap.
don't think that anything
Bull
ever,
trap? Is
like,
it a bull
nothing
trap?
means anything.
What do you
And we
think,
could
Woody?
keep going up
I think
forever
it would be a
because
bolt trap.
inflation is just
I don't know.
happening.
I don't know.
And
What do you think?
It's just, yeah, it's just kind of
I think
like
it's just
how
a bunch
it
of
wants to be
made up
perceived on
stuff.
the outside.
Like I don't think
people.
that anything ever
Because
like nothing.
Things are going to
means
continue to
anything.
get more
And
expensive.
we could keep going up
Like, you
forever
know, you
because
get groceries
inflation
and
is just happening.
Things that we need to
And
live our daily lives
it's just
are getting more expensive.
It's just kind of like
And
how
the
it
markets
wants
might
to be perceived on
going
the,
up
on the
or
outside.
green candles or
by
whatever,
the
but
people.
we can't hide the
Because
fact that
Things are going
we're
to
about to
continue to
go
get more expensive.
to a whole new world,
groceries
and there's going to be like a new
things that
not
we need to
so
live our daily
fantastic point of
lives
view
are
that's
getting
gonna
more
be
expensive,
coming in.
and the markets might be
Oh,
going up or
oh,
green
okay,
candles or
okay,
whatever,
okay,
but
okay.
it's-
We're going
you
down the
can't hide the fact
doomsday
that
scenarios.
we're
Let's.
about to go
Woo,
to a whole
right,
new
Tyler.
world, and there's going to be like a new, not so fantastic
We
point
might
of
be
view
on the edge
that's
of
going to be
pure
coming in.
abundance with energy.
Oh, okay. We're going down the doomsday
Euphoria
scenarios.
awaits.
Let's.
No, just we won't have to work
All right,
because of
no,
AI,
This
which
would
is a
have
scary
you
thing.
think otherwise and say
People
we
need to
might
do
be on the
things.
edge of pure
So,
abundance
I
with
don't know.
energy, and therefore,
Yeah. Okay.
Euphoria.
I think
Euphoria
is what will
awaits.
happen eventually.
no,
Yeah,
just we
Let's-
won't have to work because
Yeah,
of AI.
I
which is
say
a
let's
scary
enjoy
thing.
it while it
because
lasts, and I
people
do
need to do
believe that there.
things.
I do agree with Tyler that
So,
there is
I
a
don't know.
possibility that with AI,
Yeah, we'll start walking around with pillows, I think, is what will happen
where
eventually.
Yeah,
like,
probably like
let's
that.
universal
Yep.
basic income.
I say
I don't
let's
know,
enjoy
maybe
it
that won't be
while
such a
it
pipe dream,
lasts, and I
right?
do
Like
believe that
with
there-
all
I
the
do agree
technology
with
that's
Tyler,
being
there is a
introduced, like by the day, it's not just
that with
AI, there's
AI,
other things, right?
you know,
that are going on.
we may come to that point
where
let's-
we could be hopeful, by all means and by all calculations, the
the
maths point to we should be
right?
in like
with all the
crazy
technology
bad
that's
stuff,
being
right?
introduced, like by the
But
day, it's not just
while
AI,
we're
there's
still
other
here,
things, right,
and
that are
people are
going on.
still spending what seems to be like millions of dollars on NFTs,
by all
even
means and
sending
by all
money to
calculations,
like
the maths point to we should
influencers
be
for no
in, like,
given
some crazy
reason.
bad
I
stuff,
think
right?
things are still we're still
while
going.
we're still
We're gonna
here,
be here.
And people are still
Okay.
spending
Till the
what
wheels
seems
fall
to
off.
be like millions of dollars
Next
on
Web3
NFTs.
headlines. See how
And even sending
All right,
money
all right.
to
We
like
took about 10 minutes on the first one.
influencers
Let's see if
for
we can
no
do better on the
given
second one.
reason.
The
think
Beeple
things
contest.
are still
So
we're still
today,
going.
let me see
we're
if I
gonna
can
be
go pull
here.
it up.
Okay.
I saw
Till the
Beeple
wheels fall
posted
off.
something
Next
about
Web3
like
headline.
there's
See
a
how it's-
okay. This is why I
All right,
understood
all
from
right.
it.
We
I
took about 10 minutes on the
understood that
first one. Let's
he
see if we can do better on
posted
the
a
second one.
video with
The
clues in
Beeple
the video,
contest.
and
So
if
today,
you can,
let me see
it
if
says
I can
here.
go
Okay.
pull it up.
This
I
human
saw
one
people
update
posting
contains
something
5 hidden
about,
words that unlock a
like,
wallet
there's
with
a-
a
okay, this is
everyday
what I understood
NFT.
from it.
So one of his
I
everyday
understood
NFTs
that he
is in a
posted
wallet, and
video
you
with
can watch
clues
this
in the
video. It
video,
says this last
if
video
you
contains
can- it
words
says here,
8
okay.
to 12.
This
So
human one
basically, it's
update
like a
contains
scavenger
5
hunt.
hidden
You watch
words
the
that unlock
video,
a
you
wallet
find the
with
words
a
hidden in the
everyday
videos. I
NFT.
just saw
So one of
Campbell's
his
soup.
everyday NFTs
And
is
then
in
you
a
try
wallet,
to figure
and
out
you
what
can
the
watch this video. It says
like,
this last video contains words
secret
8 to 12.
key phrase.
So basically,
to a
it's like a
wallet.
scavenger
And
hunt.
whoever
You
gets it
watch the
first gets it
video,
first.
you
And I've
find the
actually
words hidden in the
seen
videos.
this
I just saw
happen
Campbell's soup.
before about 2 years ago
And
in the
then you
NFT
try
space.
to
Someone
figure
tried
out
to do
what
this. It was
the,
called like a keys project. And I remember I
secret
sent in one of my
key
NFTs
phrase
to be one of the
to a
NFTs in
wallet.
that wallet
And
that
whoever
people
gets
could
it
go
first
and
gets
like
it first. And I've
scavenge
actually
for it. And it
seen
didn't work
this
out.
happen
People like
before,
it was too
about 2
complicated.
years ago in the
Complicated for
NFT
people.
space. Someone
It
tried to do
seemed
this. It was called like a
so
keys
they sent me
project.
back my NFT. It was cool.
And I remember I
But
sent in
looks
one of my
like
NFTs
Beeple's
to
doing
be
that.
one
So
of
if
the
y'all wanted
NFTs
a
in that
Beeple
wallet that people
NFT,
could go and
like
like
go
scavenge
check
for
it out.
And it didn't work
I'm-
out. People
He
like,
put it
was
out
too
today at 8 in the
complicated for people.
morning.
It seemed
So it's been
that
a
they
couple
sent me back my
hours
NFT. It was
now.
cool.
That
But
I'm sure people have
looks
been
like
trying to
Beeple's doing that.
get
So if
in on
y'all
this,
wanted
but,
a Beeple,
Had you heard
NFT,
about this? What do you
like,
guys think?
go check it out. He put it out
No.
today at 8 in the
So
morning. So it's been a couple hours now
I
that I'm
think
sure people
had
are
a little
trying to get in on
inspo
this. But
from one.
had you heard about
King
this? What do you guys think?
Ball, aka Grimplin,
Yeah.
aka
So-
Narclack, aka Grimplin.
Ooh.
About a month ago,
I
His
think
Highness
had a little
ran a
So,
T-phrase
from
scavenger
one
hunt,
King
Oh.
which had toads banging their heads against the wall
Narclack,
for
aka
48
Grimplin.
hours straight,
About a month ago,
driving people mad.
His
Driving
Highness
crazy.
Oh, so
ran
you
a
did it?
sea
You
phrase
You're
scavenger
giving me
hunt
PTSD while you're talking about this
Which-
people one.
had toads.
Okay, wait,
Banging
Tyler.
their
I
heads
just want to
against
say,
the
because we also
walls
have Brett up
for
here, so
48
welcome
hours
Brett to the
straight.
stage, and also welcome
Driving
to
people
VJ
mad.
Deliria,
crazy.
aka Alma,
Oh,
who's
so
who's
you
my
did it? You
home,
did it?
my
You're
lady.
giving me PTSD while you're talking about
Before
this people
we move any further, I just need to say about this
Okay,
people
okay,
thing.
wait, Tyler.
The
I just want to
first
say,
7 words
we also
have
have
already
Brett
been
up here, so
discovered.
welcome
I have
to
it
the
up here. I'm
stage.
looking.
And
Oh
also
wait, you have to
welcome
share
to
this
the-
having
to-
set. My bad. Okay, so you guys can see. So technically, there's only actually words 8 through 12 that need to be found and put in the right order. So like, I don't know. Maybe someone's already got the wallet because like that's not that hard. I think. Should we just stop the show and like start doing this while we're here live? Just kidding. Let's just move along. Go back. Go ahead, Tyler.
It's dangerous what's being done here. Because what they won't tell you, I don't know if Baseball is doing on MetaMask, or if this is his own program. But what I found fascinating when old Norfolk
It's dangerous
Grimplin
what's being done here.
did a good job with
What
this
they
collection.
won't tell you, I don't know if
Anyways, when he did it,
baseball is doing on
It's
MetaMask,
on-
or
who
if this is his
knows?
own program.
Wallets
But what I
were
found
broken
fascinating
into of
when
people
old
trying to figure it
Norfolk
out.
Gramplin
Can you imagine? It's like creepy.
did a good
There's
job
like
with this
someone
collection.
walking around with toads.
Anyways,
Is it in
when
here?
he
Is
did
the
it,
toad in here? Is it in here?
it's
It's
on-
not in here. Okay.
Who knows
The codes are
how
nice. They
many
weren't stealing.
wallets
They're
were
just looking
broken
for the
into
lasagna
of people trying to
block.
figure it out?
But anyways, it's interesting.
Can you
So,
imagine? It's like
it's
creepy. There's
dangerous.
like someone
That's
walking
a-
around
it's
toads.
very
Hey,
dangerous.
is it in here? Is the toad in here? Is it
I
in?
mean-
Oh, it's not in
I
here.
mean,
Okay.
it is a
The
little,
toads are
it
nice.
is a
They
little
weren't
weird.
stealing.
It is a little
They're just
weird.
looking for the
but-
lasagna.
Personally got into
Plug
like
block.
6 or
But
7 different
anyways,
wallets
it's
just from the
interesting. So
combination of words.
it's dangerous. That's I don't know,
What?
it's kind of a scary premise.
Yeah, from the Gremplin one.
I mean, it is a little.
That
it is a little
is
weird.
so
It is a little
Yeah,
weird.
I
But
personally got into
weird.
like 6 or
Like,
7
I know,
different
I'm
wallets
like,
just from
wait,
the combination of
what?
words.
So while you're trying to figure out
What?
the
Yeah, from the
unique key
Gremplin
phrases
one.
to these to a wallet like, for this giveaway, you
That
accidentally
is
broke into
so
other people's wallet. Like
weird.
what?
Like I know. I'm like, wait, what?
Because you're
So while you're trying to
basically
figure out
forcing a recover,
the
so you're just
unique
typing
key
in the
phrases
key
to
phrase
these
as, like, a
to a
recovery
wallet like,
phrase,
for this
and
giveaway,
if you
you
hit on a
accidentally
wallet that
broke
has the
into other
recovery phrase,
people's
it'll open
wallet.
it.
Like
Well, there was nothing. in
that's
those.
just so
You're
wild to me because
you're
I
basically
thought
forcing a
like
recover.
these
So you're just typing in the seed
combinations
phrase
of
as like a
words
recovery
were like
phrase,
way
and
more
if you
unique.
hit
Like I
on
didn't think they were
a
using
wallet
the
that has
same
the
words and
recovery
like
phrase, it'll
I mean, I
open
guess
it.
there's only so many words. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
just
list
so
of, like,
wild to me because
just over
I thought,
1,000 words.
like
I think
these
like 1,024 words,
combinations
if I remember
of
correctly.
words were like way more unique.
Ooh,
They were
okay.
using the same
Let's,
words. I mean, I guess there's only so many words.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's a-
The
it's a
security
list of,
implications
like,
of this go far beyond
just over
like
1,000
what I
words,
can
I
even
think,
help
like
y'all with. So let's not
1,024
go
words,
down this
if I remember
rabbit hole.
correctly.
I mean, this wormhole, as we call them.
Ooh,
I just want to
okay.
take a quick moment.
Michael Murray!
The last
Someone
thing,
call
the last
Michael
thing
Murray!
on our,
The
agenda,
security
Web 3
implications
headline
of
is
this
that
go
today is
far
Gary V's
beyond, like,
birthday,
what
and
I
Gary
can even
is
help
creator
y'all
of the
with.
V
So let's not
Friends,
go down this
which
rabbit hole.
we
I mean, this
are
wormhole,
part
as
of.
we call them.
Part of the community.
I just
so
wanna
happy
take a
birthday,
quick
Gary!
moment.
All right.
That's
The
it for
last
the headlines.
thing-
All right.
the
last thing on our
to the good stuff.
agenda,
Now we're gonna
Web3
get to the good
headlines,
stuff.
is that
Trust
today
me,
is
Woody.
Gary V's
We're gonna
birthday,
ask
and Gary
questions. We're gonna ask
is
questions
creator
from
of the
Woody.
V Friends,
He doesn't want to
which
talk about Gary.
we are
Alright.
part of.
I love
Part of that
Gary.
community.
Okay,
So happy birthday,
Please
Gary!
continue.
All right.
Sorry.
That's it for the headlines. All right.
He likes
To the
lasagna.
good stuff.
We're
Now
not
we're
gonna
gonna
sing
get to the
Jared
good
happy
stuff.
birthday?
We're
Hold
gonna ask
on.
questions.
Yeah.
We're gonna ask questions from Woody.
Okay.
Come on. He doesn't want to
Gary
talk about
does love
Gary.
lasagna.
All right.
We have it.
I love
on,
Gary. He's
Okay.
We
amazing.
have it on film.
Happy birthday,
Um,
Sorry.
and he was very
He
enthusiastic
likes
about it.
lasagna.
Okay,
He
so
likes
before
Woody.
we get started,
Yeah.
Love
pummeling
Gary.
Woody with questions, I just want to take a quick second to say
Gary does love
uh,
lasagna.
to say hi
We have
to
it
VJ
on-
Delaria
we
and
have it on
Liz.
film.
How are you ladies doing?
And he
Welcome.
was very enthusiastic about it. Okay, so before we
Hey,
get
how's everyone
started,
doing?
pummeling
Happy
Woody with
afternoon,
questions, I just
Tuesday.
want to take a quick second to say
First, congratulations
to
on
say hi to
the video
VJ
here. I
Delaria
clicked
and
on it, and I
Liz.
just think
How
it's
are
super
you
cool
ladies doing?
to have the
Welcome.
video stream as well as the
Hey, how's
space.
everyone
So,
doing?
not sure if you've done that
Happy
before or
afternoon,
haven't been
Tuesday.
around in the past
First,
month or so.
congratulations on
So it's great
the
to
video
see
here. I
that you're
clicked on
integrating
it,
this
and I just think it's super
audiovisual,
cool
you know,
to have
experience.
the
Big
video
ups to
stream
you,
as well
creators.
as this space.
Aw.
So, not sure if you've done that
He is our
before or
executive
haven't been
producer who
around
crushes it.
in
We
the past
appreciate you.
month or
Thank you,
so.
her, 'cause we thank
So
her
it's great
too.
to see that you're integrating this audiovisual,
Oh my gosh. All right, you're gonna make me
Big ups,
blush.
big ups
That's
to you,
enough.
creators.
That's enough. Thank you,
That's
VJ.
all, creators.
Yeah,
She is
I
our
am
executive
quite
producer who
fond
crushes
of
it. We
our
appreciate you
live
thanking
stream
her, 'cause we
layout.
thank her
Tyler
too.
did most of the
She's the
artwork.
best.
Actually, he did the artwork
Oh
that
my
sits
gosh.
underneath
All
our
right,
faces.
you're gonna make me blush.
I
That's enough.
brought
That's
in
enough. Thank you,
everybody's
thank you,
beautiful
VJ.
PFPs
Yeah,
here from the Twitter
I
space.
am
So if you
quite
guys haven't
fond
been here,
of
haven't
our,
seen the stream yet,
our live stream
I literally
layout.
have the
Tyler
space
did most of the
on
artwork.
a TV,
Actually, he did
on
the
like
artwork.
a retro TV, and all of your
I
icons are
brought
showing
in
up there. So we're
everybody's
beautiful.
we're
Giving some
PFPs
some
here from the
views
Twitter
for
space.
to
So
your
if you guys
beautiful
haven't been here, haven't
PFPs
seen the
here.
stream yet,
Shout out to the
I
homies
literally
and
have the
the
space
nouns
on
and
a TV,
cryptos
on like
And we don't
a
have
retro
we don't have your
TV,
permission
and
to
all of
broadcast
your
your
icons
likeness
are showing
on
up
the
there.
screen, but we don't care.
We're
Okay.
getting
yeah,
some.
this is a public
some
space,
views
guys.
for
This is the
beautiful,
recorded space. Please don't come at me.
Shout out to homies and the
Thanks, Woody. Gee,
nouns
thanks. All right,
and
Liz, how you
And
doing,
we don't have
Liz?
your permission to broadcast
Hey,
your
everyone.
likeness
DP. I'm
on the
doing
screen, but we don't
wonderful.
care.
Excited that it's
Okay.
Tuesday.
This is a
'cause
public
it's
space,
my
guys.
Yeah, we don't
but I saw
care.
that you were here
Please.
earlier, and for my
Thanks,
normal
Woody.
space time,
Gee,
so
thanks.
wanted to
All right,
vibe with you
Liz,
guys. I'm loving
how
it
you
so
doing, Liz?
far.
Hey
I
everyone,
did see the people
I'm
thing,
doing
so as soon as you
wonderful.
said it, I tried
Excited
to
that
go
it's
back over there and just
Tuesday
like
because
try to
it's
look
on
for
my
the
space
words
day.
quickly.
But I saw
But
that you were
if
here
this has been out
earlier,
since 8 in the
and
morning, I can
for
only
my
imagine it's
normal
only a
space
matter of
time,
like
so wanted to
some more
vibe with
hours
you
before someone
guys.
figures
Loving
it
it so
out.
far.
And
I
happy
did see the
birthday,
people
Gary
thing,
V.
so as soon as you said it, I tried to go
Well,
back
thanks
over
for
there and just
coming,
like try
Liz.
to
I
look
really
for the
appreciate
words
that.
quickly.
And
But if this has been
yeah,
out
if
since
you
8 in the
guys
morning,
are going to be
I
out
can
in
only imagine it's only a
Miami,
matter of like
Liz
some
has
more
some
hours
events
before
out
someone
there,
figures
so
it
tap in
out.
with her.
And happy birthday, Gary
And
V.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they would have announced it
Thanks
if
for
someone
coming,
already
Liz.
broke
I
into
really
the wallet.
appreciate
But
that. And
yeah, I feel like
yeah,
people are
if
fast.
you guys are going to
so
be out in
so smart.
Miami,
so probably
Liz
someone's got
has
it, but
some
you never
events
know.
out
I
there,
don't know.
so tap in with her.
Okay. So
and yeah, I mean, I don't
thank you
know.
all for
I feel
being
like
here.
They would have announced it if someone
Woody,
already broke into the wallet.
first question: What
yeah,
do you
I
have,
feel like
what do you
people
have to
are
do
fast
with
and so
a whole new
smart.
world?
So
Like
probably
what,
someone's got
what's
it,
the
but you
connection
never
there?
know. I don't know.
You really like Aladdin?
Okay. So thank you
No, I
all
was
for
actually
being
talking
here.
to Tyler the other day, and
Woody,
he was like,
first question: what do you have?
"Oh yeah,
what do
it's
you
a
have
whole
to
new
do
world."
with
And I was like, "A
a
new
whole new
fantastic
world?
point
Like,
of view."
what's the
And
connection?
he's
there?
like, "What?"
You really like Aladdin?
And I was like, "A new fantastic point of view."
No, I was actually talking to
the
Tyler
Aladdin
the other
song,
day,
and he's like,
and
"Oh, I
he
don't,
was like,
I don't know,
he said
I
something
didn't
like,
put that together." And I was
"Oh
like,
yeah, it's a whole new world," and I was like,
every
a new
time I
fantastic
hear
point of
somebody
view.
say that in any context,
And he's
like,
like, "What?"
"New world,"
And I
it
was
just in
new
my brain, I
fantastic
say
point of view,
a new fantastic point of
the
view.
Aladdin song, and he's
And
like,
so
"Oh, I
that's
don't,
where that
I don't
came
know,
from.
I
That's why I
didn't
keep
put that
referencing
together."
it
And I was
because
like,
it's kind of an
"Oh."
inside joke
I was like, every
me
time
and
I
Tyler
hear
and
somebody
Lorenzo
say
too.
that in any
So-
context,
Wow,
like
that's
the
really
corporate
cute. I
world,
had no idea
it's
you guys had
just,
such
in
rapport
my
that you already
brain, I
had
say
like
a new
inside
fantastic
jokes. I
point
feel
of
kind
view.
of left out, but
And
okay,
so
I'm glad I
that's
know.
where that came from. That's why I keep referencing it, because it's kind of an inside joke for me and Tyler and Lorenzo too.
Getting rugged.
So.
Wow, that's really cute. I had no idea.
Sorry,
you
just
guys
had
such,
to.
rapport that you
Okay.
already had like inside jokes. I feel kind
No,
of left
I
out,
do
but
have to
okay.
say,
We
I have
have
a
the
special
Aladdin
connection
connection.
to
You know, we're both
Aladdin,
like riding
and
carpets and stuff.
here's something I've
doing
never said
genie
before
things,
on
so.
Spaces.
Getting rugged.
When I was
Oh.
3 or 4, I
Sorry,
dressed
just
up as
had-
Princess
had to.
Jasmine. I even
Okay.
had like a long wig,
No, I do have
long
to say, I have
hair,
a
and a
special
braid,
connection
and
to
there are
Aladdin,
photos
and
somewhere. But
here's something I've never said before.
anywho,
on
I really liked
Spaces.
that movie when
When
I
I
was young.
was 3 or 4,
and I'm
I
also
dressed up
actually
as
really
Princess
into
Jasmine. I
this
even had,
phenomena
like,
where
a
people
long
say
wig,
something and it's the lyric of a
long
song,
hair and
and I
braid,
immediately
and,
also like
yeah,
jump into
there
that
are
song.
photos
So
somewhere,
much
but
so that on
anywho,
Clubhouse, I don't know if
I
you
really
remember
liked that
Clubhouse,
movie
but
when I
that
was
was
young.
Twitter
and
Spaces'
I'm also
dad.
actually really into this phenomena
On
where
Clubhouse,
people
we
say
used to
something
play
and
this
it's the
game,
lyric
this
of a
song
song,
association
and I
game.
immediately
where-
also like,
okay, I
jump
would
into
say a
that
word
song.
like
So much so that on Clubhouse,
like
I don't know if you remember
Kiss,
Clubhouse,
okay,
but
and
that
now
was,
you have to think of the first
Twitter
song that you
Spaces'
comes to mind with the word "kiss" in it, and start singing
Clubhouse,
it,
we
like
used to
sing
play
us
this
that
game, this
that
song
line.
association game.
And so
where,
then, yeah,
okay,
it's
I would
pretty
say a
fun
word
if
like,
you're into singing and you like that
like
sort of thing.
Kiss, okay, and
but
now
yeah,
you
that
have to
you
think
just
of the
reminded
first
me of
song
that.
that
So.
comes to
Anywho,
mind
Cool.
with the word kiss in
if
it.
you ever
and
want to
start
play,
singing
let
it,
me
like,
know.
sing us
We
that,
could do it live.
that
It
line.
was Hall & Oates
And
for
so
Kisses
then,
on My
yeah, it's
Wrist.
pretty
That's what
fun
came out
if
at the
you're
time.
into singing and you
Here,
like
there we
that
go.
sort of
See,
thing.
all right. Now you
But
pick a
yeah,
word.
that-
Now you
that
pick a word.
just reminded me of that. So
Supercalifragisticexpialidocious.
if you ever want to play, let me know.
Yeah, immediately it was Hall &
Yeah,
Oates
okay,
for
all right, I'm
Kisses
not
on
gonna
My
do that.
Wrist. That's what came to mind.
What? Here, there we go. See, all right. Now you pick a word. Now you pick a word.
2000.
Supercalifragisticexpialidocious.
Little, well, it's not little.
Yeah.
Well, that's not funny.
It was a revolutionary.
This is
footwear brand
I gotta
skateboard.
claim it.
It's like
Plug walk.
the Muska.
2006.
Beautiful.
A little
At the same
footwear, it's
time,
not little. A footwear brand called Supra
emerged
emerged out of an apparel line called Crew. It was a revolutionary footwear brand of skateboarders, like luxury fashion. The Muska, anyways, it was beautiful. At the same time, my little family skate shop in Arizona called Calavera was one of the first retailers to ever carry said brand.
Yeah, that flows.
And I
There's
would
definitely flow to
opine
it.
and preach for years, and they
Let me see if I can remember.
but
Because
I
I
always
watched
Can we
Mary
do
Poppins in Spanish
Supracalavera
first.
Expialidocious?
This is something we talked about last week. How I watched the
Put it
Rugrats
together.
in Spanish
Put it
first.
together.
I'm trying to remember how to say it.
Yeah,
in
that
Spanish. I think
flows.
it's
That's a nice flow to it.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Let me see if I can remember.
I'm trying to say it, but that they actually
Mary
like have the
Poppins
word in Spanish.
first.
This
This
is
is something we talked about
can you
last
help me
week.
here?
I watched the Rugrats in
You know,
Spanish.
can you help
Trying to
me
remember
here?
how to
Did
say
you
it in
watch
Spanish.
Mary
I think
Poppins in
it's
Spanish by any chance? Or Liz?
Yeah, supercalifragilistic.
I'm trying to say it, but that
Okay,
they actually like have the word in
next
Spanish.
time.
That's the thing. DJ, can you
I
help
can't
me
even
here?
say it in English, so there's no way I
You
can
know,
translate it
can you
into
help
Spanish.
here? Did you watch
do-
Mary Poppins in
I can do
Spanish by
soup,
any
but that's
chance?
about it.
Or Liz?
I was
Oh,
just gonna say the same exact thing. I was like, I Google it, but I won't even know how to spell it in
Okay.
English.
Woody.
okay. Okay. All right.
I can't even say it in
Woody,
English,
though,
so
I
there's
didn't
no way I can
realize
translate
that
it
you
into
spoke
Spanish.
Spanish.
I can do soup, but
What
that's about
Spanish country do
I
you
was
come
just gonna
from,
say the
or
same
do you
exact
just
thing.
know
I was like, I
Spanish?
could Google it, but I won't even know how to spell it in English.
I know a little bit of Spanish.
Okay.
I can get by.
Okay. All right.
Actually, I've lived in Mexico
Woody,
for the
though,
past
I
3
didn't
years,
realize
so,
that you spoke Spanish.
my Spanish is
what
decent,
Spanish country do you come from, or do
but
you just know
I
Spanish?
live in a
That's cool.
touristy kind of area, so I can get by with
I know a
English
little
as
bit of
well.
Spanish.
So
I can
that's
get
kind of
by.
like
I've lived in
I
Mexico
can
for
still
the
get
past
by,
3
but
years. So
I know the basic stuff. I can go to the store, order
my
food,
Spanish
get my laundry
is
done,
decent.
talk to people.
But I
Okay,
live in a
I didn't know
touristy
this.
kind of area, so I can
I
get
was
by
born
with
in
English as
Mexico,
well.
so like
So that's kind
this
of
is
like
this
the
is major
downer.
points for you.
I can still get
I was
by, but
born in
I know the basic
Rosarito,
stuff. I can
Baja
go to the store, order
California.
food, get my laundry done.
Which, for anyone who
talk to
does
people.
not know Spanish, is Rosarito
Okay,
in
I didn't know
the
that.
California side
I was
of
born in
Mexico.
Mexico, so
okay, so there's
Where?
California in the
major
US,
points
and
for
then
you.
there's California
I
in
was
Mexico,
born in
and it all
Rosarito,
used to be
Baja
Mexico.
California.
little known fact.
Which for
but
anyone
anyway,
who does not know
I was born
Spanish
there.
is
Yeah. Where are you?
Rosarito
What
in
state in Mexico are you in?
California side of
Amazing.
Mexico.
I'm right next to
Okay, so
Cancun,
there's
in
California
Quintana
in
Roo.
the U.S. and then there's California
And for
in
those
Mexico,
geographically
and it
not
all used to be
inclined,
Mexico.
where
Little
on
known
the
fact.
like
But
on
anyway,
the East Coast
I
or the
was
West
born there.
Coast?
Yeah.
If
Where
you went
are
to
you?
Florida
What state
and
in
then
Mexico are
just
you in?
jumped and parachuted
Amazing.
down to
I'm right next to
Mexico, you would
Cancun,
basically
in
hit
Quintana
where
Roo.
I'm at.
And
Cool.
for those geographically
East
not
Coast.
inclined,
Very
where
nice,
on the,
very
like,
nice, cool.
was it on the
Well,
East Coast or the West
yeah.
Coast?
If you went
All right,
to Florida
all right.
and then just jumped
Woody
and
Woody
parachuted
knows
down
where
to
it's at.
Mexico, you would
Okay,
basically
Woody,
hit
what
where
do
I'm
you
at.
what do you do? Because like I
So
feel like you
I'm-
do a lot of stuff,
yeah,
but like
East
what do
Coast.
you actually do?
Very nice, very nice.
I do a lot of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
All right.
I primarily
all
produce
right.
music. I'd say that that's
Woody
probably my
knows where
first
it's
passion.
at.
And
Okay, Woody,
the thing I can do
what do you do?
the
Because like I
best
feel like you do a lot of stuff.
is
But,
produce
like,
music.
what do you
And
actually
so
do?
I've produced music for
I do a lot of stuff.
major label artists,
yeah.
for TV
I-
shows,
I
for
primarily
movie trailers
produce
and
music. I'd
commercials
say
and
that that's
things like
probably
that.
my first passion.
And then I got
thing I
into
can do
content production.
the best
like, through
is
creating
produce
music. I was
And
like,
so
I need
I've
to
produced music
make
for
an album cover for this.
major
or I
label
need
artists,
to
for TV
make a flyer
shows,
for my band,
movie trailers and commercials,
or
and
edit
things
video
like that.
for this content, etc. Right?
And then I got
And
into
so through
content
that stuff,
production. Like
I got
through
interested in
creating
content
music,
production.
I was like, oh, I need to
And now I'm kind of
make
just
an
the
album
jack of all
cover for
trades
this, or I
in a
need
lot of
to
regard. Like
make
I
a
can
flyer
make
for my
music
band.
pretty much in my
edit
sleep. I'm
video
still
for this
interested
content,
in pushing the
etc., right?
envelope and like
And so
exploring new
through that
genres
stuff,
and things like
I
that.
got interested in
But,
content production.
You know, I have the
And
music
now I'm
stuff
kind of just the
down,
jack of all
and
trades
so
in a lot of
I just
regards.
love
Like,
creating
I can make
content. Like
music,
that's kind of my passion.
pretty much in
whether
my
it's
sleep.
music
I'm
or
still
whether it's
interested in
visuals
pushing the
or
envelope and like
cartoons
exploring new genres and things
or,
like that. But
graphic design,
you know,
branding,
I have
marketing,
the music
I
stuff
think
kind
all
of
this
down and
Creator
all of these different
in general
mediums of
is a
multimedia.
pretty good title.
Okay,
That's
cool.
kind of
So
why
it
I go
seems
by
like I'm getting the
creatress, to
right
be completely
kind
honest,
of
because I think
vibe.
it encompasses
You do a ton
like,
of
everything.
stuff.
I'm like, I'm not
But
gonna.
I think
I'm like, my
creative
bio's not big
director
enough to
is
write in there all the things
creator
that I love and
in
like
general
can do
is
well. You know,
pretty,
it's like I'm
pretty good
Yeah.
title.
So I love
Yeah,
that.
That's
and
kind
I
of why I
love-
go
I
by
love that name,
creatress,
too. It's
to
so
be
cool.
completely
It's
honest,
just very
because I
much
think
like
it encompasses
can
like
put a
everything.
lot
I'm like,
of-
I'm not gonna.
It can put like
I'm
a whole
like, my
paragraph
bio's
into a
not
word,
big enough
which
to
is
write
great.
in there all the things that I love and like.
Thank you.
do
Really
well,
appreciate
you know?
that.
It's
You know, I didn't
Yep.
come up with it. It's in the
So
dictionary.
Yeah,
It
and
was
I
sounded
love that name
like it
too. It's
fit.
so cool. It's just very much like
So
can
on what you
put a lot
asked
of-
though,
it can
I
put, like,
thought
a
it was
whole
really funny
paragraph
that you said
into a
you can
word,
make music
which
in
is
your
great.
sleep, and I'd like to test that out
Thank you,
one
really
day.
appreciate that.
But
Well, I didn't come up with it.
the other
It's a
thing I wanted to
dictionary.
like
It just
double click
sounded
on was you
like
said
it fit.
you've done music for a lot
on,
of different
on what you asked,
shows,
though,
movies, things like
I
that.
thought
Like,
it was really
is
funny
there any
you
that
said
we
you
might
can
have
make
heard
music
of
in your sleep, and I'd like to
that
test
you
that
were a
out
part of, and can you tell
one
us?
day.
Yeah,
But
so I've done.
the other thing I
I
wanted
did
to
a lot
like
of music
double
for
click on
HBO's
was you said
Silicon Valley.
you've done music
There's a lot of-
for a lot of different.
Sorry,
shows
I
and
love that
things
show.
like that. Like,
I love that
is there
show.
any that we might have
Yeah,
heard
me
of?
too. It's so great.
That you were a part of, and can you tell
A
us?
lot of background music.
Yeah,
in that.
so I've done.
it was funny
I
'cause,
did
like,
a lot
when
of
they
music
first
for
started making the
HBO's
show,
Silicon Valley.
I had no idea, what
there's
it
a
was
lot
going
of-
to be, and
a lot of like
Sorry,
background.
that's when I
that
first
show.
got
I love that
into
show.
licensing
me
my
too,
music
me
for
too. It's so
television.
great.
And they were like, "Oh, there's this new
a
show
lot
on
of background
HBO. It's
music
by
in that. And it was funny
it's by
because
Mike
like
Judge.
when they
who
first
did
started
Beavis
making
and
the
Butthead
show,
and a bunch
I had
of
no
my
idea,
favorite movies.
what it was going to
And
be.
he's making this new
And,
show, and I was like, "Oh yeah."
That's when I
Of
first
course
got
I'm down.
into
And
licensing
then
my music for
to end up
television.
really
And
loving
they were
the
like,
show
"Oh, there's
that
this new show on
it
HBO.
turned
It's
out to
by
be. It was really exciting
it's
because
by Mike
I think I had
Judge.
music
He's
in every
Beavis and
season
Butthead
except
and
season
a bunch of my
4 or
favorite
5,
movies.
maybe season
and
5.
he's making this new show, and I was
And
like, "Oh yeah."
Just
Of course
being
I'm
able
down.
to like watch
And
a show
then
that you love, and you're
to
just
end
like
up
anticipating
really loving the show, that
where they're gonna
it
put your
turned
music
out
in the
to be,
show.
It was
And
really
hearing it and
exciting
being like,
because
"Oh
I
my
think I
God,
had
that's
music in every
crazy."
season except season 4.
It's such a
or
great
5,
feeling,
maybe
you know. You
season
kind of,
5.
I feel like I've
and
just
just
worked my whole
being
life
able
to
to like
to
watch a show that you love and you're just
experience
like
things like that,
anticipating
where
where
you
they're
work on
gonna
a
put
craft
your
for
music
so
in the
long,
show, and then hearing it and being like,
ultimately,
oh my god, that's crazy.
when you're working at a craft, especially
it's such a
creative,
great
you
feeling,
don't
you know,
really
you kind of,
even
I feel like I've
where you're gonna end up.
worked my whole
I never
life
thought
to
I'd be in
experience things
Web3
like
didn't
that,
even exist
where
when I
you
started
work on a
making
craft
music,
for
right?
so
But
long, and
it's led me to so many cool
ultimately,
things,
like,
and that's one of the cool
when you're
things,
working at
like,
a craft,
experiencing things
creative,
like that.
You don't really
where,
even comprehend where
when I was first coming up, I wanted to be
I never thought
super
I'd be
producer like Dr. Dre.
Web3, like
Timberland
Web3
or
didn't
something
even
like
exist
that,
when I started making
which I
music,
still,
right?
but strive to do.
Led
but
me to so many
you just
cool
never
things,
know
and that's one of
where
the
the universe is going to kind of direct your
experiencing
energy
things like
and where
that,
you're going to end
where,
up. And it's so cool.
when I was first coming up, I wanted to be this like super
experiencing
producer, like Dr.
those type of
Dre,
things. So
or like, you know,
to answer your question,
like that, which I still
HBO
you know,
Silicon
strive
Valley,
to do,
I've made
but
music for
you just never know
commercials with, like,
where the universe
Xbox
is going to
and
kind of
NFL.
direct your
Oh.
energy and where you're going to end up.
I even did some
And it's so
cartoon
cool to just
score to picture stuff
be
for
experiencing
Cartoon
those type of
Network's
things.
Uncle
So,
Grandpa.
to answer your question,
I've kind of
HBO
just done a
Silicon
bunch of
Valley,
different
I've made
stuff,
music
movie
for
trailer
commercials
for Alien,
with like
Covenant,
Xbox and
like
NFL. And I even did some cartoon score to picture stuff for Cartoon Network's Uncle Grandpa. I've kind of just done a bunch of different stuff. Movie trailer for Alien.
The Super Bowl. No, I did for the NFL playoffs. It was
And Woody, wonderful.
Did you do?
Take me to that moment. Did you have a party in the house?
The Super Bowl. No, I did for the NFL playoffs.
What's that look like?
It was,
no, that was actually. That's funny that you asked. That was one of those moments where I didn't know. Like, I had no idea.
Whoa.
That moment.
And
Did you
I was
have
living
a
in LA
party
at the
at
time,
house
and I was in my
terms of
one-bedroom
participating
apartment with
in
my
the game,
dog
or what's that look
on a
like?
Sunday.
No, that was
watching
actually
TV,
that's
probably
funny
in my
that you asked.
underwear.
That was
like,
one of those moments
watching
where I
football,
didn't know.
whatever,
I had no
right?
idea.
Just chilling.
Whoa.
And
I was
all
living
of a
in
sudden,
LA.
I like got up to go to the kitchen
I
and
was
grab
in my
something,
one-bedroom apartment,
and
with
I
my
hear this
dog
like commercial
on Sunday.
and I'm like,
watching TV, probably in
holy
my
shit,
underwear.
that's my song.
Like
watching
that's
football,
my beat that
whatever,
I made, right? Just
and so
chilling.
I run back to the TV and I'm looking at it. I'm like,
all of a sudden, I like got up to go to the
Oh my
kitchen and
God.
grab something,
Easy.
and I hear this like
and
commercial,
so
and I'm
I
like,
text my friend that was working at the
holy
company.
shit,
I was like,
that's my
dude,
song. Like
what?
that's
He's like,
my beat that
I guess
made.
they confirmed it.
And
like,
so I
we
run
didn't know
back
until
to
they
the
aired
TV,
it.
and I'm looking at it, and I'm like,
we got it. And so that was,
oh my God.
that was like a life-changing moment, because that's like,
so I text my friend that
$1 million
was working
payday
at
or
the company.
anything,
I was
but
like,
that
dude,
made me
what? He's like, yeah,
very
I guess
happy
they
as far
confirmed
as
it.
like
Like, we didn't know
sustaining
until
my
they aired
career
it.
and being able to say
got
no
it.
to
And
a
so
bunch
that
of other
was
things that
was
weren't,
like a life-changing
my
moment,
passion
because
at the time,
that's
and being
like
able to like pivot and focus more
$1
on
million
the
payday
things that
or
I did
anything,
want
but
to
that
concentrate
made
my
me
energy on.
very happy as far as like sustaining my career and being able to say
That's
no
really
to a bunch of
freaking
other
cool. Like the
things
story
that
of
weren't,
how
like,
you
my
found out.
passion
Like
at the time,
imagine
and
just
being able to like
oh
pivot
man, that's
and
just
focus more
I
on
wish I
the
was
things that I
there.
did want
Like
to
I wish I was there to see your reaction, because I feel like that would have been pretty epic. I was with one of my friends.
That's
shout out
really
to
freaking cool.
my beautiful friend
Story
Rebecca
of how you
Rose. Some of you guys
found out,
might know her here in the space.
Oh man, that's
I
wish I was
she
there.
got like a
I
she sold
wish
one
I
of her
was there to see
artworks.
your
I remember we were
reaction,
hanging
because
out
I feel like that
at
would have been
Basel
pretty
again.
epic.
We were just
I was
sitting on a
with one of
couch
my
together,
friends,
and she got an email.
shout
She's like,
out to
"Oh my god!"
my
She's like,
beautiful
"Someone
friend
just
Rebecca
bought my
Rose.
art
Some
for
of you
like
guys
I think
might
it was
know
like
her here in the space.
over an ETH. It was definitely over an ETH. It might have been two. I don't remember. It was like her highest all-time sale at the time, and I was just like, "Oh my god!" And just like the sheer emotion,
sitting on a couch together,
and like,
and she got an email.
just
She's like,
artists were so emotional about our art, and we try to pretend that we're not. Well, at least sometimes I know I do, but like deep down we're just like, it was just like, that sounds like a really fun
like the sheer emotion, and like just artists were so emotional.
The novels are really
about
good
our
for
art.
hiding
We
tears.
try to
I just
pretend
gotta
that
say
we're not.
that.
Well, at least sometimes I know I do, but like deep
not
down,
that I've done it. I'm just saying. I feel like that's great for you, Tyler.
Tyler's
Right now. Okay.
He's feeling very sentimental right now.
The novels are really good for hiding tears. I just gotta say that. Not that I've done it. I'm just saying. Like, I feel like that's great for you, Tyler. Right now.
Woody, okay, so I've had the honor and privilege to brainstorm and rap out with this individual, SuperTightWoody. And I know he grew up in the Bay Area, and I have an affinity for Bay Area rap. I like Andre Nicotina or Ronald Reagan himself, Mac Dre.
Oh man!
And there's E40 and
Bay Area
short of this.
I would
What
say,
I want to know
in
what
general,
he
there's
is.
some old school
Give
Mac
us
Dre
the top
cuts that are
3
some
or
of my
5 of
favorites.
the most cuttiest Bay Area.
You want me to name a new artist?
Oh man!
You said someone earlier.
Bay
someone
Area
you were in a
hyphy.
studio.
I would
Oh,
say,
yeah,
like
yeah.
in general, there's some
Off the
old school
cuff,
Mac
Bay
Dre
Area
cuts that
has
are
the-
still my
Oh,
favorites.
dude.
A lot of new artists that I've never heard of.
JT the Bigger Figure.
You want me to name a new artist?
Rapping Forte
No,
was
like
from the Bay Area.
you said someone earlier. Someone you were in a studio.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Baseball.
Just like
Jake-
the off the cuff,
Three
Bay
Times
Area has
Crazy.
the.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
That's a new one.
Shout
JT
out
the Bigger Figure.
Lil B's from the Bay
Rapping
Area.
Forte was from the Bay Area.
Rap the
Iconic.
Forte
Yeah, there's all kinds of
Players
Bay Area
Ball.
rap. It's like one of those.
Three
I
Times
feel like
Crazy.
it's very similar to maybe Houston, Texas. Kind of like what we were
Shout out,
talking about earlier when we were talking
Lil
about
B's from
DJ
the Bay
Screw
Area. He's
or one of those
iconic.
underground, even Memphis or something.
Yeah, there's all
3-6
kinds of
Mafia.
Bay
There's
Area rap. It's like one of those.
so many
I
different
feel like
pockets
it's
of
very
amazing
similar
music
to
that
maybe
kind of
Houston,
stayed
Texas.
within the
Kind of like what you were
canister of
talking
that
about
area.
earlier. When we were talking about DJ Screw,
the Bay Area is just like
or one of
a
those
melting pot
underground,
of amazing,
even Memphis or something.
creative
3-6 Mafia. There's like
music. I mean,
there's so many different pockets
right?
of
It's
amazing
like all the
music
hippie
that
bands that came
kind of
through
stayed
San
within the
Francisco and
canister
the Bay
of that
Area.
area. And
During the hippie movements and stuff.
The Bay Area is
I
just
think
like
that a lot of that
melting pot
energy
of amazing
kind of rubbed
creative,
off on to music in general.
I mean,
like
if you think about it, it's wild, right?
person that
It's
I
like
know
all the hippie bands that
was into bands,
San
was into punk
Francisco
rock,
and the
was
Bay
into
Area
hip hop, was into metal,
during the hippie movements and
was
stuff.
into these different
I think
genres
that a lot of
music
that
and really
energy
dove
kind of
into
rubbed
it
off on to music in general.
on and
Like
got
every
creative with it.
person
It's
that I
really
know
an amazing area.
was into bands, was into punk rock, was into hip hop, was into metal.
What's your
was into these different genres of music and really dove into it full on and got
yeah,
creative
that's
and moved with it.
pretty niche
It's really an amazing area.
music genre, guys. Like the esoteric hyphy vibe.
I love.
All right, I think we just came up with something.
Esoteric.
But get stupid at 11:11. You know,
Yeah, that's a pretty
under the full
niche,
moon. Music genre, guys. Like the
Oh my
esoteric
gosh.
hyphy vibe.
we are
All right, I think we just came up with
fully,
something.
Just stupid.
You know,
Just stupid.
dorks.
Did
Did
at 11:11?
Tyler Freeze? No.
You know?
Oh, okay. He was just holding a pose.
I
Okay.
mean-
Cool.
Michelle.
Woody, what's your favorite type of genre
we
of
are
music that you
fully,
and then to listen to?
you
I don't know if it's the same.
dorks.
That's cool, but
Did Tyler
assume it's
Freeze? No.
different.
Oh, okay.
he was just
Yes.
holding a pose.
It's
Okay,
actually really
cool.
interesting. I feel like I have a
Woody, what's your favorite type of genre of music that you make
I
and
listen
then
to
to listen
music pretty
to? I don't know
differently
if,
than a
if
normal
it's the
person
same. That's
because
cool,
I
but
understand
I assume it's different.
the technical stuff that goes into
Yeah,
it. And so
It's actually really interesting. I
I
feel
guess,
like I have an odd perspective
over the
on
years,
music.
I've kind of gravitated
that
towards ambient music.
I listen to music
more
more
so
so
than-
than a
than
normal
anything.
person because I
Because
understand
I don't
the technical
really
stuff that
analyze
goes
or
into
try to
it,
break
and
down
so
the different components of the
I
song.
guess,
It just kind
um,
of lets me
over the years
relax
I've kind of
and just
gravitated
be.
towards
Or else if I'm
ambient
listening to a
music.
Skrillex song or a
more
rap,
so
whatever
than
song it
anything,
is, right? It could
because
be a country song.
I don't really
I'm more thinking
analyze or
about
try to
The
break
song
down
composition,
different components
how
of
the
the song.
mix
It just kind of
is,
lets
like,
me
how things were done
relax
within the song,
and just
and
be.
almost like how
Or
to
else
break
if
it
I'm
down
listening
and
to a
like put it
Skrillex
back
song
together.
or a rap, whatever
And,
song it is, right?
So
it could be a country
yeah,
song.
it's really interesting. I
I'm
think
more thinking
ambient
about
is something
The
that
song composition,
I've
how the
really
mix
had an
is, like, how
affinity
things
to
were done
recently,
within the song,
and I've been
and
creating
almost
it
like
and
how to
listening
break it
to
down and like put it back together.
But as
And,
far as like the general creation,
so,
like hip hop,
yeah,
has
it's
been a
really
massive
interesting. I
influence.
think
love making
ambient
rap
is
music.
something that
And
I've really
pop.
had an
It's
affinity to.
It's funny
recently,
because like
and I've been creating
I'm
it and
in
listening
my
to
early
it.
40s. I'm 41 going on
But
42.
as
right?
far as like the general
And
creation, like
when I was
hip-hop
growing up,
is
it was
the massive
like
influence. I love making
when you
rap
were
music.
into a scene that was kind of your identity.
And pop. It's,
Like you're either a punk
it's
rock
funny
kid or a
because
hip hop kid,
like,
or whatever,
yeah.
right?
I'm
and you
in my
that's how
early
you
40s,
would
I'm
dress, and that's how you
41
would
going on
act, and that's how
42,
you would
right?
act. And now
And when
there's so
when
many
I was
genres
growing
that
up,
are
it was
blurred
like
together, and
when you were
there's so
into
many
a scene
genres
that
and
was kind of your
subgenres of
identity.
things that I
Like
think
you were
it's
either a punk rock
it's
kid
cool
or a
that
hip hop
it's
kid or
cool
whatever,
that you
right?
can do whatever you want,
And that's
and
how
it's
you
okay.
would dress, and that's how you would act.
And so
that's who
I,
hang out with.
without
Now,
being cliche, I would
there's
say
so many
that I
genres
listen to
that are
everything.
blurred together.
And I love
Oh.
everything.
There's so many
But
genres
I think
and subgenres
ambient
of
is something
things
that's really stuck
that I
out to
think
me.
it's cool
Okay,
that it's cool
I
that
could
you can
understand
do
that,
whatever you
and
want,
sometimes you just
and it's
really
okay.
need ambient music so you
And
don't
so
like
I,
get
without being
distracted
cliche,
too.
I would say that I
Do you
listen
have
to
an
everything.
artist that you
And I love
actually
everything,
like that makes
but I
ambient
think,
music? Because I feel like
ambient is
when I
something
look
that's
for
really
ambient
stuck out
music,
to
I
me.
just go on YouTube and like type in ambient music or like
that.
study
Sometimes
music
you
and
just
stuff
really
like that.
need
I don't know
ambient
who I'm
music so
listening
you
to,
don't,
but
like,
do you have
get
any
distracted,
one
too.
artist that
Do you have
and then
an
also, and then I
artist
have a
that
burning
you
question
actually
after
like
this.
that makes ambient
Yeah,
music? 'Cause
yeah.
I feel like when I look for ambient music,
There's
I
a
just
couple
go on
playlists
YouTube
that I
and,
like on Spotify.
like type in ambient
I
music
don't really
or
know
like
who the artists
study
are.
music and stuff
Okay.
like that. and I
One
don't
of
know
my
what
good
I'm listening
friends,
to, but
Shiva
do you have
Rasa,
any
makes
one artist
really great
that you,
ambient music.
and then I have
and
a
really
burning
good
question
guided
after this.
meditations as well. She
Yeah.
has a YouTube channel and
There's a couple
Spotify,
playlists that I
all
like
that
on
stuff.
Spotify. I don't really know who the
but I
artists
don't
are.
really, there's
One of my
there
good
are
friends,
artists
Shiva Rasa,
that
makes
more
really great
traditional
ambient
style music
music
that also make ambient
and really good
music as
guided
well.
meditations.
Like
as well.
I know Trent
She
Reznor
has
does a bunch of
YouTube
stuff.
channel
He
and
made the
Spotify, all that stuff.
what was the Facebook movie?
But I don't
called?
really,
Social
there are
Network.
artists
Social Network.
that
He
make
soundtracked
more traditional
that,
style
I
music
believe,
that
and that's
also
a lot
make
of
ambient
weird
music
ambient
as well.
stuff.
Okay.
Like I
And
know
then,
Trent Reznor
there's
does a bunch of stuff. He made
a bunch of
the,
artists that started kind of making ambient
what was
music.
the Facebook movie called?
Very cool. Very
Um,
cool. Wait, Tyler.
Social
Tyler, hang
Network.
on.
He
I have a burning
soundtracked
question.
that,
I'm
I
holding
believe,
on
and that's a lot
to.
of weird ambient
Can
stuff.
it wait?
And then there's a bunch of artists that started kind of making ambient music.
All right, thank
Very
God.
cool.
Oh, I was about to burst.
Tyler, hang
Woody,
on, I have a burning
and I
question
realize
I'm
you're like a
holding on
serious
to.
musician, right? And you
Can
even
it
said
wait?
like you like
Woody,
ambient music, so you're
Princess
not
has
like,
a burning
you know,
question
trying to
she'd
pick
like to
apart
ask you.
how it was composed and all the things. So,
All right, thank God.
here's my question.
Oh, I was about to burst.
Do you like
Woody,
Taylor Swift music?
I realize you're like.
What's your
serious
favorite
musician,
song
right? And
by
you even
Taylor
said
Swift?
like
I guess is that
you like ambient music, so you're not like
I can't name a song.
trying to pick apart how it's composed.
Not
and
a
all
single
things. So,
song, really. So
Here's my
are
question.
you a fan of
do
her
you
music?
like
I
Taylor
would
Swift music?
say that I
Or
respect her and I like her
by
music,
Taylor
but it's
Swift.
not
I
for
guess is
me.
that
Like
the
I
question.
don't think that
Dude,
really,
I can't name a song.
I think that
Not
listening
a
to her
single
music
song,
would
really?
be more of a
So are
an
you a
analysis
fan?
for me on like what is.
I would just
what
say
is
I would say
popular
that
and what is
I
pop,
respect her and
and-
I like her
and
music,
how
but it's not
popular
for
she's
me.
gotten.
Like, I don't
like
think that
what
I would.
formulas that she's using in her music that work.
I think
to get her
that
to
listening to
place,
her
to that
music would
level.
be more of a an
But I
analysis for
definitely
me
think
on
that
like
it's not
what
my
is
demographic.
what is
I'm
popular
like
and
not
what is
in her
pop
fan club
and
for sure.
and how popular
not a
she's
Swiftie,
gotten.
Woody.
Like
Okay,
what
that was very
formulas
that
she's
was
using
a
in her
very
music
nice
that works to
politically
get her to that
correct
place,
answer.
to that
Woody.
level.
I do want to.
But I
love her.
definitely
And,
think
you know,
that it's
to be
not my
honest, like, I look
demographic.
up to her in
I'm
a lot
like
of
not in
regards
her
for
fan club.
what she
for sure.
did when she was going
You're
through
not
her
a Swiftie,
lawsuits with her
Woody.
albums and
Okay, that's
re-recording,
very that was
like,
very
her
nice.
albums and
politically, correct answer.
re-releasing them.
No, I
And,
respect.
I
I respect.
just-
I
I
love her.
respect
And
the hell
you
out of
know,
her. I think she's
to be
a great
honest, like I look up to
performer,
her in a
great
lot of
artist,
regards
and all the
for
above.
what she did when she
Totally,
was going
totally
through her
agree. Like
lawsuits with her albums
who
and re-recording
records their
all, like,
masters
her
and
albums
then
and
literally
you know,
sells
re-releasing
more
them.
than like
And
the
I
stolen
respect
ones
the hell out of her. I
ever
think she's a
sold.
great
Like
performer, great
she's
artist, and all the above.
like insane.
Totally agree. Like who
I would say that she's
records
a gangster.
their masters
She is.
and then
Yeah.
literally
and
sells
also what I think
more
is crazy
than,
is that like
the
I used
stolen
to,
ones
you know, like when I
ever
grew up, there
sold.
was also that whole
Like
separation. Of,
she's
like whatever music you
like,
listen to, you're
insane,
kind of in that scene, right? Like there was like the
insane,
emo kids, which were
I'd
also
say
like
that
the
she's a
scene
gangster.
kids, right? And like kind of
She
at the
is.
disco.
Yeah.
I was there, and
And
I
also,
there. I
what I
wasn't
think
fully
is
in there,
crazy
but
is, like,
because I also
I
like
used
other
to,
things,
you know, like
and
when I
never
grew up,
could
there
commit
was
to
also
any
that whole
one
separation. of,
music
like,
genre.
whatever music
so
you
far
listen to,
that's
you're kind of in
addressed
that
it.
scene,
But
right? Like there was like the emo kids, which were
you
also
know,
like the
I
scene
remember in
kids,
high school
right?
she was
And,
doing
like,
country
Panic at the
music,
Disco,
and I was always
I
kind
was
of like,
there.
I'm not really
wasn't
into
fully in
country,
there, but
so I
because
never
also
really
like
was
other
like
things,
even
and
gave her a
never
chance. But then she
in
switched to
one,
pop, and then
music
like
genre so
it's
far
wild how
has to
artists
dress
can
like
do
it.
that,
But,
and I 100%
you know,
really
I
look
remember
up
in
to
high
her.
school
So,
she
and
was doing
you know, I am in her
country music,
demographic.
and I was
She
always
writes
kind of
about
like,
love,
I'm not really into
you know,
country.
and I mean,
It's
like,
like,
who
never
doesn't
really
relate
was,
to
like,
love,
even gave her a
especially
chance,
you
but then
know,
she switched to
women
pop,
and
and then, like,
young women.
and
And
it's
everybody
wild
really
how
needs to
artists
love.
can do that.
I
And
think about it,
yeah,
but I think it's like the
100%
theme of
really look up to
finding
her.
that
And,
one person.
you know, I am in her
feel like you
demographic.
kind of
She
focus
writes
on that
about,
more in like
like,
early
love,
episodes.
you know?
Exactly.
Anywho, okay,
Doesn't
Tyler, you
relate
got
to
any
love,
questions? You got any
especially,
burning
you know,
questions? likes women and young women. I mean, everybody really relates to love now. But I think about it. But I think it's like the theme of finding that one
a lot of her
person.
music.
I feel like
children
kind of
love her
focus on that
music.
more in like early
The
life.
one
So.
song.
Anywho, okay,
hook,
Taylor, you got any
the chorus
questions?
is
Got any
like,
burning
"Hi,
questions?
It's me.
I'm the problem. It's me. I got a bone to pick
It's
with.
me.
Horrible.
Hi.
Programming these poor
I
kids walk
enjoy
around
a lot
with
of
that crap
her
in the
music. My
head.
children love her
My wife
music.
included.
But the one song with the hook the chorus is like, "Hi, it's me. I'm the problem." This is freaking horrible. They're programming these poor kids walk around with that crap in their head. My wife included.
But you know what's actually funny?
I hate it.
Tom, everybody agrees.
That's
with
Taylor
David.
Power, people.
I thought that was Carly J. I
Don't
thought that was
listen to that
Carly
crap.
Jepsen or whatever.
It's me.
and all sorts of things.
Yeah,
But you know what's actually
So
funny?
included.
At tea
I'm gonna
time,
stop.
everybody
You
agrees.
created
What I
something
wanna
that's
say
just
is,
extraordinary.
You
And I
know,
thought it was
you've
just
been a very
brilliant.
generous
Yeah,
person
I
in
just
this
scraped the surface
space
of it
and
because
all
come to
sorts
find
of
out there's
things
layers to this.
with time.
And,
This show
you know, for
included.
those of you who don't know, I got into
But you
this space because
created
of
something
internet.
that's just
And, well, not the
extraordinary,
space in general,
and I
but,
thought
you
it
know,
was just
anyways,
brilliant.
I started
And I had to
making
just
videos
scrape the
about
surface of it because
that.
come to find out
And
there's
whose
layers to
music
it.
that I use to make my
And,
videos.
you know, for those of you who
So,
don't know, I got
Woody,
into this space because of
go
this and
back
that.
to the very
And,
first
well,
show.
not the space
Saying
in
the
general,
song was
but, you
brought
know.
to you by
Anyways, I started
Anyways,
making videos
question,
about
what?
and whose music that I use to make my videos. SuperTightWoody.
Wait,
Go back to the very
Yeah,
first show.
for sure.
Probably saying the
So
song was brought to you
I've
by
been in the nouns community for
got a couple
I guess
questions.
almost 2 years now.
Can you tell us about
And been
noun
a part
sounds
of a bunch of great projects within that ecosystem.
specifically the playground.
And being a musician,
for sure.
I wanted to create
So
a proposal
I've been in the
for
nouns community
music,
for
something music,
I guess
right? And
almost
so
2 years now.
me and Papaya, who I built the website
And been
with,
a part of a bunch of
he was
great projects within that
he
ecosystem.
created the website
and
did the dev work. We created Noun Sounds together, which is basically a library of CC0 music and also stems, sound effects, and things for music creators. And so you can go there, download music to use on your spaces, on your YouTube video, on anything you're making. It could be on your, your new video game that you're making, your new mobile app. Just anything you would need audio for, it all lives within this library. And we also created something called the Playground, which is a sequencer. I guess it's a sequencer for dummies, but I'm not trying to call you guys dummies. But it's basically a bunch of squares that all make up different layers to this music, right? So for each song, there's drums, there's flutes, there's an instrument, and there's a miscellaneous channel, I believe. And so you can go and you can click different buttons within this little sequencer, and you can't click a wrong button, but it will change the sound for each button that you click, and then you can record, you can export your music that you create within there. It's really easy to do. You can go to nounsounds.wtf and download songs that I created or mess around and make your own.
that is beautiful. I love it so much. I play with my kids, and they just get all jazzed up because now they're Dr. Dre. Bitch, I beats and shook nights right in bed yet. But here's what I want to say. As a thing, real quick, I know there's layers to this, and I had another question came to mind, and now I'm really curious. I was just talking about a film. Well, I wasn't talking about. I have this thing where I have to reply with GIFs on X. It's the only way I know how to communicate is just reply with a GIF. And yesterday, I replied with a Mo Better Blues GIF. For those of you who don't know, that's a Spike Lee joint starring Denzel Washington about a jazz. So my question to you, Woody, is what is some of your favorite movies where the central theme is music? You got Mr. Holland's Office, you got there's the Doors, Oliver Stone. Like what was resonating with you over the years?
That's a good question. I actually don't know. I think I'm more of like satire. I like satire and I like comedy more than serious stuff. I tend to I love a good documentary. But I think one movie in particular that really hit for me, God, what was it called? I had it and I'm going to lose it. It's the one.
Documentary?
Huh?
The Rock mockumentary?
Yeah. What is that called?
Spinal Tap!
Spinal Tap. Yeah. So Spinal Tap to me is one of the best movies because I have this theory that musicians and creatives in general should not take themselves super serious when they're doing their art. And the people that do, like, that's cool, but that's just kind of not my bag. So I like that they can poke fun at being creative and being in a band because it's so ridiculous if you think about it, right? Like, people that are in these bands wear skin tight leather pants and like do the most, like crazy hair, live insane lifestyles, and like, not to knock them, but that is I feel like it's one person does that and like lives that, whether that was Ozzy Osbourne or like whoever, Axl Rose, whoever that like person was that was just being themselves and like comfortable wearing leather pants, right, in the first place. And then there's a bunch of creative people who are insecure, so they have to like latch on to that successful thing and like further that trend. It sounds really like disrespectful, but I think that that's how it works because I think most creatives are at their core really like you're putting yourself out there, right? So you're kind of like, oh, like, who am I? You know, kind of a vibe. So I guess what I'm saying is that I think that Spinal Tap is such a funny movie because it doesn't take itself seriously, and then in fact like goes the other direction and makes fun of itself in a really big way, but it revolves around music still. So yeah.
Gracious, have you seen the film?
No, I'm sitting here like a loser. I'm like, what? I want to watch this. I want to know. I want to know what the good. Oh, God.
Christopher Guest right now, because Christopher Guest is one of the greatest gifts of humanity. Okay?
I'm sorry. I just haven't seen it yet, but I will put it on my homework. Let me write that down.
Have you ever seen The Mighty Lynn?
No, what? The Mighty Lynn?
Heard of it.
That's V2. It's a mockumentary about aspiring folk bands, and it's all ad-lib.
Oh, yeah.
Same camp 30 years ago, they did a movie called Best in Show. But
Yeah.
the creme de la creme that kind of kicked it off all again is Waiting for Guffman.
I have not seen that one either.
We are failing this film test.
Yeah.
Well, I am. You got 2 out of 3.
It's one of the greatest cinematic experiences in American culture.
If you're not watching the live stream, the passion that Tyler just said that with just turned his face red. So, Tyler, can you say the title of that last movie again?
Waiting for Guffman.
Guffman. How do you
I've heard of it. And,
Guffman.
And Best in Show is a great movie as well.
So this is Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
I pretty much structured my whole life around this film. Not really, but it's important because it's a serious question. I was going to ask you, Woody, who is some of your favorite classical composers? You know, is it a Bach or is it Bach? Mozart and Bach would make a Bach. Yeah, you're a Paganini guy. You like Franz Liszt. What do you like in the classical department?
I would say I like Bach. I like Vivaldi, and there's
Sergei Rachmaninoff is a wonderful composer.
I think composing is such an interesting thing. Like, you know, it's before we really had the technology, and by technology, I literally just mean like a way to record music, and a way that is simplified enough. You know, before pop music, like classical music was pop music back in the day. Like it was like Taylor Swift was Mozart, right, or whatever. And so that's like it's a really interesting way to look at it when you listen to classical music. Like back in the day, this was like the hot shit. Like, yo, we got that new Beethoven. So
I've seen reels or like TikToks talking about that, like when the new like Bach dropped, and I just those things get me so hyped. Yeah, and then there's like a person like, you know, like playing a flute. Like I don't know, it's hilarious, dude. Like if I find one, I'll send it your way. But I've seen something like that when it's like when
Bobby Schmurder,
yeah.
He throws his hat off.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I may be
I
on.
feel like that could have been like a Chappelle Show skit or something too, or it's just like.
Yeah, I may spend too much time online, to be honest, if I'm seeing these things and you haven't seen them and you're in the music, like algos. So I don't know. I was gonna ask you something. Before I forget, for the audience and for anyone who's up on here, I know we got Liz and Brett up here. I just want to see if you guys have any questions you want to ask Woody, because we are going to hop off soon. We've held him in this live stream jail for quite some time. But if you guys have any burning questions, here's your chance. And if not, Tyler, did you have something?
Not really any questions. Just cool to hear more of your story. Like we've been following each other in nouns for a while, and I've gotten the snippets of hearing how you came up through like the music industry and stuff. So it's just cool to find out some more about that.
Awesome, dude. Thanks. Hell yeah.
Brett, we appreciate you tuning in and being one of our OG listeners and supporters. Grazie.
Absolutely. Could not agree more.
Always. Brett's everywhere, dude. He's all over the place. He's omnipresent.
He is truly omnipresent in my life, because I actually live with someone named Brett, and it is not the one in this space. But then I come on Twitter and I see Brett all over the timeline. So yes, Brett is omnipresent in my life. Anywho, enough of that. Liz, my queen, do you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to ask Woody if he wanted to give us any alpha on what Nouns is doing for Art Basel.
Ooh.
What Nouns is doing, I can't speak for all of Nouns, but I know that there is a Little Nouns event in collaboration with Cryptodes, I believe, or maybe Cryptodes is crashing the party. Lorenzo will be there. But yeah, Little Nouns, shout out Cardno and the Little Nouns homies that are putting that together. I'm pretty sure there'll be some Nouns people out there. I don't know of any official other events. I know Toshi might be out there with Nouns on the ground, and some other friends. So if you are going and you're in the Nouns community, definitely tweet out some noggles and try to find some Nounish friends that are out there.
Love it. Liz, do you have any events you wanna share? Do you have any alpha? Woody, are you gonna be in Miami, by the way?
No, I'm not gonna be there. I'm gonna be chilling here at home.
Yeah, Mexico's not so bad. I'm not sure if I'll make it out myself. But like I'll say, like, Maui's not so bad. So cool. Well, but Liz, do you have any alpha? You hosting an event, right?
I am hosting an event, collaboration with Cyber Kitties and Wake and Bake. It's a bodega themed pool party, and it's just a vibe. Trying to change the narrative of like what people think smokes are supposed to be, or like content creators. So that's one event. I'm also participating with Dive, and that's a couple of things happening at the Gates Hotel on South Beach. And that's it. That's all I can really say right now. We're still finalizing things, but those are things that I'm involved in. I do know that people are having a lot of stuff here. There's spreadsheets happening. So if you are coming down for Basel, make sure you already have all your reservations and start getting into the group chats, because events are happening and people are getting themselves together.
Sweet. Awesome. Yes. I have to second that event that you mentioned, because I know I have a friend who's the editor-in-chief for the Cyber Kitties. So I know that's going to be cool. So that sounds awesome. And also if it's like a, it sounds like a whole vibe.
I didn't really know much of them before the collab. It was just something that just happened, things you're just like, hey, you want to do this together? You're like, fuck it. What's the worst or the best that can happen? Let's go for it. But couldn't be more proud and happy. They're amazing, super talented, super creative, and like super just on it too. So if you guys aren't following them, just go find out what they're at. They're pretty dope.
Plug walk. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate you being here and sharing the alpha for those who are going to be out there. Tyler's saluting you on the live stream. Not sure if you can see, but really appreciate you. All right. Well, with that, Woody, is there anything that you want to share? Any calls to action or like any cool stuff that you got going on that we should make sure we don't miss?
Yeah, I actually just entered into the Nouns Prop House Garden Round. They are selecting 2 winners, I believe, and it's 5 ETH per winner. And I submitted that I would make a 10-track ambient album for Nouns that would be CC0. And it's something I'm really passionate about and excited about. It's really cool, and I think Nouns having that be Nouns facing is very Nounish to be just like open source ambient music for your daily life, and to have Nouns fund something like that is really cool. So that's one thing I'm really excited about, and there's other things, but yeah, that's kind of the main thing I'm doing right now.
Well, you got my vote. I'm not actually able to vote, but if I could, I would vote for that. All right, I just gotta say. And if any of you have votes for Nouns, you know, get it. Wait,
just plug walk for me, and then we can make it happen.
Yeah, and just quick question on that: does that mean so you said the album would be CCO? So does that mean anyone in the Nouns could go and like use that on their stuff?
Yeah, so CC0 is like anybody can do anything with it. They can do anything with it. So you can remix it, use it. You're not going to get copyright strikes and all that kind of stuff. And Noun Sounds, actually, all of the music on Noun Sounds is CC0. So you can use it without any attribution, without any worry of getting sued. Like, I can't do anything. There's all kinds of great music on there that is just for the world to use. It's like my submission to the world through Nouns, which is really cool.
Such a team player. A serious gem. So you heard it here first, peeps. You could make your own cartoon and then use Woody's CCO music like to be the soundtrack or like the background. I mean, that makes me think like, what if someone does like some like adult content and like that just goes into a whole nother situation? I'm like, I don't know, but it's pretty cool that like you can do whatever you want with it. Like that's pretty cool. Like, what if someone did a commercial though? Like, would that be like not cool?
No, you can do it literally anything. So it could show up in a commercial, a movie, TV show, app, video game. Like you can use any of that music and content on Noun Sounds for anything. And the cool thing is like it just to me it all revolves. It's a flywheel. It's like a revolving door. So if somebody uses it, whether I get credit or not, it's just this thing that will eventually like come back to me, come back to Nouns. You know, most of the people that use the music want to, say thank you or be like shout out Woody, shout out Nouns for like making this possible. And so, yeah, I think it's just a great thing overall, but it encouraged everybody to use it for anything that they would like.
Well,
Super
not
cool.
anything, but close enough.
No, you can literally use it for anything.
He doesn't care.
If it was in Tyler, like I was telling you today, like I found out today, I was watching a video yesterday, right? And it was a YouTube tutorial, and I was like, yo, I made this music that's in the background. I was like, that's crazy because it's like a rough draft of like this beat that I made 5 years ago or something, right? And I was like, I didn't finish that. How did that end up in the video? And so I hit the person up on YouTube. They said, yo, dude, this piece of music is part of the Windows 10 video editor as stock music that you can put into videos.
What? Wait.
And I was like,
what?
I was like, what? And so now I have to go back and like find the file that I made, make sure that I didn't sign anything like 5 years ago. I don't know. I might have just been like, oh, you're paying me this much. Cool. I'll sign it, and forgot about it. But like, I don't think that I did. And so, yeah, I randomly just have like a stock piece of music that I made in Windows 10 video editor that it's just been being used for 7 years.
Here's Satya Nadella, aka CEO of Microsoft. Everybody.
Yeah.
That's wild. Wait, that I feel like we should have started with this. But no, that is
It's crazy. It's crazy.
and that's not CCO. So we're not that is not a CCO piece of it. So now we're talking like this is music that is like technically right copyrighted because it's your artistic, output. And somehow it's right now like just in that program and anyone can use it for free and you didn't know? Like that blows my mind. Like literally, I wish I was a lawyer right now. I'm like, what?
Very much like I could have signed some crazy paperwork like 7 years ago that I forgot about, and maybe like paid them $30 for this, and be like, yeah, cool, I need to buy lunch. But I don't think that I would have done it with like this rough draft beat that I don't know. I just never released it, so it's just very odd. That it would show up, and that it's very odd that it's like embedded in the Microsoft operating system randomly. So that was my today this morning.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah. you got some digging through your files and things. Yeah, I feel like a contract for that sort of thing would have been like pretty lengthy. So like I feel like I forget a lot of things myself. All right, when you've been making art for so long, it's hard to remember every single time you sold your art, and especially with music. And so I could imagine like maybe, you thinking like maybe that somehow got past me, but I don't think so. I feel like
I've been bragging about like my music being in Windows operating system for sure. I would have been like, yeah.
You got Clippy teeing up SuperTightWoody. What a couple zeros on that settlement check, Satya.
This was made by SuperTight Clippy.
Oh, okay. Now we're getting to that part where we get real Delulu on the show because we've been hanging out for so long and vibing, and then it's just we're going off. Okay, all right. Before we get there, because we're trying to get it together, wrap it up. I gotta go eat lunch, guys. It's 12:25 over here. It's lunchtime.
It's dinner time over here. I gotta go too.
All right. Yeah, everybody's got the munchies. Tyler's getting hydrated. Okay, Woody, we're gonna need you back on another episode because I have a lot more questions, but I can tell that you got a lot on your hands after what you found out today. And starting to writing a letter to these Microsoft people. Anyway. Thank you so much for being on. Please come back so we can ask more questions and get crazy. Tyler, do you have any closing thoughts, closing words before we blow it up? Close it down.
Blow it up. Close it down. Blow it up.
Thank you for being here.
Executive producer this episode of the Slayers to this. We miss you, Valerie.
Oh, I wish I had the sound clip of Valerie the song, but I don't. So just imagine it. Valerie. Anyway.
And the budget penguins packies going out. I got some packies going out. I know some people surprised me. 400 ships up through Federal Express. Whereas, if it's on chain, it's just a quick little transaction. Boom, in your wallet. Now I gotta box up this thing. Anyway, it's coming.
Ship it. Thank you, everybody. Come back next week.
Thanks.